Hey guys, it's Andrew Overnite for Clever Games. We're at the THQ booth nearing the end of E3, and I just got an awesome look at Saints Row. I'm here with John, and he's going to talk to me a little bit about the game. So, wow, like, I don't even know what to say first about this game.
Did it blow your hair back a little bit?
Oh, I laughed out loud quite a few times in the demo room, actually. But for all of our viewers out there that have no idea about Saints Row the Third, how would you sum it up in like 2 sentences or less?
2 sentences, well, over the top, ridiculous, hilarious, and for me and most people, tremendous guilty pleasure. It's the kind of game that you're going to show your friends and you're going to change the channel when your parents walk in the room.
Oh my gosh, have to change the channel when parents walk in the room for sure.
Well, it depends on your parents, of course.
Well, and I guess if you still live with your parents or not. So this is an open world game that
Yes.
also has missions in it. So let's talk a little bit about the campaign side first.
Sure. So the Saints traditionally are from the city of Stillwater. Saints Row the Third takes place in Steelport. It's a brand new city of sin. It is owned and operated by the Syndicate. This is an elite criminal organizations with Uber gangs all over the world. Now in Steelport, that is operated by the Luchadores, which is a gang of former Mexican professional wrestlers. You have the Deckers, which specialize in cybercrime, and you have Morningstar, this sort of hoity-toity European gang that specializes in the sex trade. And the Syndicate, they are badasses. They want the Saints. The Saints knock off Syndicate Bank unknowingly. The Syndicate now has their eyes on the Saint. They put an offer to the Saints and say, you either join our gang or we're going to war. And, you know, I'll give you 2 guesses what the Saints chose.
Everyone likes war, it makes for a better video game, wouldn't you say?
Gang Peace is not nearly as fun to play as Gang War, I'd say.
Indeed. So the campaign looked pretty cool. You obviously have a really interesting cast of characters. How long would you say the campaign is?
Well, it's an open world game, so I mean, just between the exploration, the driving, the flying, all of the activities you have, I mean, there's so much time you can spend there. There are 75% of our missions are what we call custom missions. These don't take place actually in the open world. We wanted to create these big, over-the-top, crazy sex pieces. So, set pieces. we do have sex pieces in the game, though, just to say. So, for instance, the very first mission of the game, you rob a bank. You connect the bank vault to a helicopter, and you're riding on the bank vault as it's swinging and crashing through the building and taking down other attack choppers. The second mission of the game, you're on a Syndicate jet. The Syndicate offers you a chance to join them. You refuse. You fight your way out of the jet. You're diving without a parachute. The jet's flying at you as you're skydiving. You shoot out the window, jump through the cockpit, spin around, shoot some people, grab a parachute off a guy's back, dive down again, shoot some cars that are exploding, and pick up your friend in midair and save her life.
Oh wow! Could you run that by me one more time?
Okay, so there's a lot of spinning.
It's just non-stop action, and that seems certainly like it's part of the draw is that it's just like fun. And you talked a little bit briefly about vehicles that you can have in this game, and we saw a couple of the cars, the 4-wheeled ones, and wow, like how do you guys come up with inspiration for some of these vehicles?
You know, I can't tell you. The inspiration process at Volition is like, it's a madhouse over there. And some of the ideas we came up with are just phenomenal. There's Professor Genki's hyper-ballistic Manipult. This is a truck with a giant cannon on it. It vacuums up pedestrians, and you fire them as human cannonballs around the city. There's no better way to start a gang war than shooting other gang members at other gang members.
Yeah, I think that'll do it, most certainly. And then the other one that we saw, or one of the abilities with the vehicles was, I mean, it's Saints Row, so they're not gonna open the door to get in the car. They're gonna jump through the window.
Why would you open a door when you can dive through the windshield, drop kick the driver, and steal his car? That's like the over-the-top, cinematic flourish we want to give this game.
And it's so cool, but I want to know, is it really difficult to get a hold of for them on the mechanic side? Like the demo obviously was perfect because it's the demo, but I was looking going, those moves look kind of hard. hard. Are they hard or are they pretty easy to
No,
pick
it's
up?
easy. Like the left bumper, that's kind of what we call the awesome button. It's you hold that down. You have actions. You have combat maneuvers. But when you hold down the left bumper, everything becomes a little bit more awesome. So, for instance, you want to open a door, you press the door button, or you hold down the left bumper with the awesome modifier, and suddenly you're diving through the windshield. If let's say you're saying hello to a nice pedestrian, you could just like punch them in the face. If you hold down
Yeah, why not?
the left button, you'll do a flying like wrestling DDT maneuver and land on their face, and you'll pose on your arm and smile for the camera. It's the awesome button.
I don't even know how to follow that up. Awesome button. One thing that I...
Next year we'll add an awesome stick.
That's what she said.
Whoa.
So, speaking of that's what she said, this interview would not be complete if I didn't bring up the fact that you guys have a giant purple dildo in your demo.
That's correct. That is correct. We do feature a giant purple dildo. It's enormous. It has physics. It's jiggly.
It's very jiggly.
Yeah. And also, Saints Row is all about player choice and customization. We love to play how we want to play. We love how to dress how we want to dress. So, for instance, it's great to go ahead and put on a furry mascot costume and beat people with a purple dildo. As you're the leader of an elite gang, this criminal organization, ordering your troops around the city dressed as like a naked ninja pirate or something like that.
Well, this sounds like so much fun that I'd want to do it with my friends. You guys have multiplayer?
Yeah, definitely. The industry-leading cooperative play from Saints Row 2 returns. Seamless drop in, drop out, and the kind of mayhem you create, like with a friend, is ridiculous. Like one guy will be skydiving naked, land in his co-op partner's like truck that's on fire as he rams it into an enemy building. I mean, that's kind of like hijinks you can create. Also, that manifold, great to shoot your co-op partner across the world.
Oh, very nice. Well, this game looks like a lot of fun. Definitely most guilty pleasure of E3, and I've seen a lot of stuff this week, and I am very excited to get my hands on this.
Very
When
good.
can our viewers out there get their hands on Saints Row the 3rd?
Saints Row the 3rd is coming out November 15th on PlayStation 3, PC, and the Xbox 360.
All right, you heard him. In November, get your fingers ready.